How to fit a telescopic sight. If you've got a 50mm lens or larger, you need to use high mounts like these. These for scopes up to 56mm, 1-inch diameter tube, and they've got a stop pin at the bottom to locate in the hole at the back of the gun, as shown here. So this is a 50mm scope, so we'll use the high mounts, and you get the Allen keys with it. The scope we're going to use is this Tasco World Class Plus, an 8-to-32 times with a 1-inch tube. We're going to fit this on an HW50, but first you have to make sure that the scope you're going to fit will clear the barrel when the barrel breaks, otherwise you could end up damaging the scope as the barrel cracks open and it's the front object lens. Remove the scope and check that it fits the gun to give you the right eye relief. We've checked this will give us the right eye relief and still clear the front of the scope, yeah, and the back of the sight. Normally we would remove the back sight anyway because this just gets in the way. Remove the back and the front sight. We've checked that this will give us the correct eye relief, which is 2 to 3 inches from our eye when we hold the gun normally. We're now going to remove the mounts from the packaging. Take care not to scratch them when you're opening them. You get Allen keys supplied with these mounts. These are usually metric. So first you back off the side screws on the mounts. The one with the pin in we're going to put as far back as we can, which we've checked, and it will go in the back of this one. We've found that the pin is a bit too low on this one and won't clear the hole, so we're going to tap the pin in a bit deeper so it will clear the hole but still lock in there. As you can see, the pin needs to go in about half as much again, so we'll just tap it in with a hammer. Right, we're going to remove the cap so we can lay it on a flat surface to tap the pin in deeper. So you've got 4 cap head screws on the top. We'll remove these, then we can lay it on a flat surface to tap the pin in a bit deeper. We're going to tap the pin in with a punch and a hammer. Bit more. We'll test that to see if that's all right. When you put the plate back, the larger piece goes at the bottom like that. Just start it off. with it slightly loose, pull it to the back so that the tension is taken on the hole and the pin, and then just nip it up. Then the front one. Just put the front one on roughly. See if they're going to give you the correct eye relief. That's about it, wasn't it? Need to take the top off. Yeah, just nip them up a little bit and take the top off. Remove the 4 screws on the top and remove the top cap. Remove the warning paper. It says do not over tighten the turrets. These are the turrets here, so do not over tighten them one way or the other. You can now place the scope on to get the correct alignment, so make sure it clears the front of the barrel. That's clear. Then replace the caps just gently at first. When you put the caps on, put one opposite each other, so they go in opposite corners, and gradually tighten them up evenly. When the scope is on, you should have one turret to the right, which will be the left and right, and one turret on the top, which is up and down. When you fit in the caps, make sure the gap is equal on both sides, so that this gap will be the same on the left hand side, like that. This is the gap on the right side, and when you look on the other side, you want to get the same sort of gap on that side as well, so that this gap is the same on both sides. Then gradually tighten up the Allen keys, making sure you've got it perpendicular and horizontal on the crosshairs. So remove the dust caps, look through the scope and make sure that the crosshairs are level with the gun when it's held upright. Check this a few times till you're happy with it, and then gradually tighten the top cap screws on the scope. Do them up evenly. We would normally remove the back sight and the front sight before we fit a scope on our own guns. Check the side screws are tightened as well. Gradually doing them a little bit at a time till everything is nice and secure. Because a spring air gun will give the scope quite a shock when it's fired, and the scope tends to move back. This has to be rock steady if you're going to keep your accuracy. Get nice and comfortable, and at a range of about 12 yards, initially zero the scope. Make sure the backstop is safe, and do a 5-shot group just to get an idea where they're going. We now do a 5-shot group, but if you're confident you can do a 3-shot group just to get an idea of where they're grouping, to get it quickly on the centre. Right, that's our 5-shot group. Here we have the instructions at the bottom of the target, and we're shooting at 12.5 yards, which will be 8 clicks for every 1/4 of an inch. The target is divided into 1/4 of an inch squares, as you can see. So the mean point of impact of this would be, from the centre, would be 3 squares to the left, which means 3 times 8 is 24 to the right, which should move it nearer there. And we're about 2 squares down, which will be 16 clicks up. This is at 12.5 yards. So we turn it 24 right, and then where it says up, we want to move it up, which was 16 clicks. When we've done our 16 clicks, we'll then do another 3 or 5 shot group. This is the group after we've adjusted the scope on the turrets. Here you can see the mean point of impact is about 2 squares left and 1 square down. So up we'll give it 8 clicks. And then we're 2 squares to the left, so that'll be 16 to the right. We'll do another group now to see if we've got it a bit closer. From the previous group we could see it was a bit low, so we've just given it a couple of clicks up to see where it goes now. You can keep refining this till you're happy with it. It's also worth trying different pellets to see which suit your gun. We're using H&M Match at the moment. As you can see, the group is still shooting slightly left, about 1/4 of an inch, so we're going to give it another 5 clicks to the right. That's pretty good now, so we could go back even further, but we're going to use this gun at 25 yards, so we'll leave it at that.